Hello, today we are going to be using Microsoft Office 2007 and a template you should receive to create student accounts for iExcel placement testing through Blackboard and Scholastic. So to start, you should have your template. It is site specific. This is Meadows and we're currently on version 2. You will need to click the Options button to enable your macros. Okay, so you can see here on the first page we have 4 sheets. Sheet 1, we will fill in these 4 columns here: last name, first name, date of birth, and student number. I have a spreadsheet where I've created some fake students. I have some fake last names, which are actually first names, some fake first names, which are actually last names, some fake birthdays, and some fake student numbers. So, lucky for me, I've already organized this data. I'm going to select the first row, and a quick way to select is Control, Shift, and over. I'm still holding Control, Shift, and down. That will select everything to the right and to lower. I'm going to copy that data, bring it over into my template, and paste it right in place. You do a quick check to make sure it's even at the bottom. Yep, looks like I got the whole thing. So next step we're going to be doing is the View tab here, macros over here, and here we have them alphabetical order. Excuse me. Clean up the names. This will take out any blank spaces which could cause errors. We are going to create some usernames in this sheet, create some passwords in this sheet, and we're going to remove any duplicates. Next thing we're going to be doing is creating the Blackboard accounts. You can see we're going to jump over to sheet 2 when we run this macro. Now we're on sheet 2. Column V should be 122 for the Excel centers. If you are not a GEI school or if you are any MET, that should be a different number. And we have some other columns filled out as well. We're going to run our next macro, which is going to create our Blackboard enrollments. See here we've got 2 columns, one with the organization they will be enrolled in, the testing organization, and the other is their account number, or account username, excuse me. Then lastly we will be running G for the SRI data. This puts us into sheet 4, usernames, passwords, student numbers, first name, last name. These green fields should be filled in. You will manually have to enter 1 column for the spreadsheet because this class name changes with each iExcel. We are currently on iExcel January 2016, and this must be the exact capitalization and spelling as it is in Scholastic, and the classes must be created previously. If you click down, it's going to give you these rolling numbers. We need it to stay the same. Hold Control and drag down a couple, then double click it. We can scroll down to make sure our columns look like they're, yep. We do have a couple of columns which are not needed, but they don't cause an error or anything big. So we're going to save this out as our SRI data into CSV form. Go to Save As, Other Formats. Drop this down to CSV, comma, separated values is what that stands for. And I'm going to place it on my desktop so I don't lose it. I'm going to name my files in a fashion which I can always look back through later. Today is January 11th, 2016. This is Meadows, and this particular file is the SRI. Save it. And tell me it can't save all the extra stuff with it, it's just the data you see on the sheet, which is just fine. Next we'll go over to the next sheet. This is going to be our Blackboard enrollments. I'm going to save it as another format, comma delimited separated values form. This is our enrollments. Save it to the desktop so I can find it. Yep, don't worry about the warnings. Lastly, we need sheet 2, which I'm going to save as comma separated values, and this one is accounts. And we can save it to the desktop. Yep. Don't worry about the warnings. And so now we have our 3 new files. We have our enrollments, our SRI, and our accounts. So the next video will be how to upload these different files to Scholastic and Blackboard. I guess the last important thing to know is when you go to close this template out, just hit the close button. You do not want to save the changes. That way you can keep using this template over and over. If you save the changes, it will cause you some problems. If you corrupt the file or anything like that, please just let us know and we'll send you a new copy of it. Okay? Thank you very much. Goodbye.